What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another desireLess discussion. Here is your co-host KJ Howard and Cam Porter. In today's interview, we're gonna kind of give a recap of our football season and what's going on right now. You started off, Cam. Tell us, like what's going on with you, team. Get people insight.
Yeah. So we just hit the halfway point of our season. We're at the halfway point. We are 3-3. Just came off of a big win against Maryland, which was really big and was really, I think, a momentum shift for us in general. And kind of excited to get into this next half. Personally, been playing pretty good. Started off really hot. Started off really good, running the football and everything like that. Got a little bit of a hiccup of an injury. Not gonna go too much in depth on it. Just a little bit of a hiccup and starting to get back on track and starting to feel like myself again, which is good. Now we're just excited to get into the second half, man. Yeah, at this point, 3-3, man. Everything's still in front of us. Really excited to just keep it going with the guys. So,
How,
what
how
about
many
you?
more, how many more games y'all got left? Like regular
Um,
season wise,
yeah, we got six more regular season.
more regular
So
season games.
yeah. But we got some good games on the schedule, man. We got Ohio State on the schedule, Michigan
Woo!
on Michigan
Woo!
on the schedule. Got Illinois in the back half, Iowa, Wisconsin. So this next back half is gonna be tough, man. So definitely gonna have to lock in, be on my P's and Q's, and just making sure I'm on top of everything and handling my business. But I'm excited. What about you, man? What's going on?
For
On your end?
me, yeah, for me. So far right now, my team sadly is 2-4. So
Yeah.
far in the season, played 6 games. We kind of played a tough schedule at the beginning. We this past yesterday, actually, yes, I was about to say last week. Yesterday, we just played number 5 team in the country. Got the doors blown off. Got the doors blown
Straight
off.
off the
24
hinges
nothing.
game. Straight off the
20,
hinges.
bro, 24 nothing. And we felt like we could play with them because watching the film, I wouldn't say they were the most talented team we played,
Hmm.
athlete wise.
Right.
This team was talented. They got championship. Not I shouldn't say championship pedigree, but they made it far into the tournament last year, Division
Hmm.
two tournament. They made it to the Final Four. And they won the PSAC last year. They beat a team twice back to back weeks. And that's hard to do. So
Right.
they kind of got that. You know what I'm saying, like the pedigree. And they they're battle tested, all this stuff like that. So we played them, played up other couple top teams and everything. Yeah, so we're sitting at 2-4. For me, I started off hot. First game I had like 150, was feeling myself. And then these last 5 games, this really hasn't really been too much.
Right.
Uh, the second game, I got shut down. I'm not gonna lie. I had 19 carries, about 30 yards. That team we played, they were solid. IUP,
Mhm.
they played the run real well. They're super disciplined, with their gaps, staying in their lanes, not selfish at all about I'm gonna make this play. They let everything happen to them. You
Right.
might get to the second level, but you just at that second level. That's the thing with their defense. They were kind of like a bend, don't break. They're gonna sit in their gaps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might get to second level, but you ain't getting past 4 yards.
And that's
That
sometimes,
way.
like we talked about before, like that's sometimes some of the hardest defenses that you're gonna play against. The type of teams that just kind of bend, don't break, because as a running back, we kind of thrive on guys misfitting in gaps. So those misfits usually come from guys blitzing and not replacing the gap fits and everything like that, man. So it's tough as a running back, man, trying to find gaps when everybody is sound and in the right place at the right time, man. It's kind of one of those 3 yards in a cloud of dust type deals all game. So yeah, I'm sure you kind of face some of that going against a team like that.
The last 4 games, bro, I just haven't. We've been down. Like we start off the games down 14-0, and we're just not running the ball. It's like these
Yeah.
last couple games, like the most carries I've gotten is maybe like 7, 8. I haven't gotten over 10 these last 4 games. So
Yeah.
we haven't really gotten to a rhythm. We kind of been down. We had to fight our way back in the air and everything. So that's kind of so far the season. We still got 5 games left. Still a lot of the season to go. So like my mindset, and that kind of is going into like what I want to talk about next is what's at least for me right now I'm battling. I started off hot, and these
Right.
last 4 games kind of been mellow. The second one I got shut down. The third one is
Yeah.
fourth, fifth, sixth haven't really been going my way. You
Hmm.
kind of give an insight of like how should athletes approach scenarios, situation in the season where they might not be having the stats they want to have, or they might not be getting the playing time they want. What's the
Yeah.
mindset they should be having during that time?
Nah, yeah, it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough when you're dealing with that, especially when you've put a lot of work in and you've grinded your butt off to kind of get to where you at. But the biggest thing I would say is just the attention to detail has to just increase. You know what I mean? Like why isn't things going the way you wanted to? You know what I mean? Is it because that you're not prepared for the games? Is it because that you're not in tune with your body? Your body's not prepared for every game? Like you have to figure out why things aren't working. I think a lot of people, when something is not going right or something is not working, they're just like, oh, it's just not working. Like, all right, just go with it. Instead of trying to dissect and figure out um, what I'm missing and where I need to find that extra inch or figure out that extra time. So, I mean, that's something that I'm always trying to figure out during the week is trying to find that extra inch and find that extra detail that I can take and use, man, and just figure out why things aren't working the way I wanted to.
I like how you said like the attention to detail. That is
Because that's
big.
everything, man. Like the attention to detail, like that makes all the difference in the world. You know what I mean? Just figuring out and focusing on where you have to find that improvement, if that makes sense.
You got to. You got to see because I mean, at least for me, and I'm pretty sure you're the same way. If we don't have a game or a certain stat line that we like, when we're watching that film, we're looking, man, what do I got to do for this next week?
100%,
You're hungry.
100%.
Like I'm like at least me, I'm not a person that's gonna sit back and be like, oh well, it was a bad game. It is what
Right.
it is. I'm
And
gonna
start blaming other people. That's what a lot of athletes do too, man. They something might not go their way and they immediately go to pointing fingers. You know what I mean? It's everybody else's fault instead of you
fault,
looking yourself in the mirror.
the O line's fault, the coach's fault.
O-line's fault, coach's fault,
Yeah.
like it's everybody else's fault. You go to pointing fingers instead of looking at yourself and saying, okay, am I doing everything in my power to make sure that I'm ready and prepared for success? I think that's the biggest thing is looking yourself in the mirror before you can even look at anybody else.
I always say you want to take accountability for everything because when things are going good, you want to say, hey, I'm taking
100%.
accountable. Everything like this is what I did this. They can't say that the O line blocked well or the
Right.
quarterback do this, but I did this. But also when things go bad, you want to take accountability too. So when you do make those claims when things are going good, it's not too crazy.
No,
Another thing I would
100%.
say, like at least for me, it was been able to keep me on my head straight, even though like I've been having the performances that I've been wanting to. It's just I'm a big process guy.
Hmm.
So for me, it's like, okay, I can't wait for that Monday practice. Sunday, even
Right.
Sunday after
Right.
the game. My mindset is, oh, I gotta grind even harder in the weight
Yeah.
room. After I gotta grind harder. I gotta recover better. I gotta watch more film. I gotta practice
Hmm.
even harder.
Right.
Even something little like ball mesh when you're just cue running back ball exchange. Maybe
Yeah.
I need to finish 10 more yards. Maybe I need to give more effort there. Maybe I need to
Hmm.
warm up more. Watch film, study, study tendencies, study gaps, schemes, all these different things, to keep me focused. And it's inside me, like it's built
What do you mean by that?
in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like want to just work hard and go
Right.
hard. Like, even if I wasn't feeling good, even if I'm like, man, if I had a bad mindset, this and that,
Hmm.
it's in me just to keep working. And I would give advice to like a lot of athletes who might be in a situation where they're not playing. Say you're a player who's not seeing the field where when they want to, or they believe they should see the field and they might not be playing at all. Still attack the week like if you were the starter or
Right.
if you were playing. Don't let
Yeah.
this season be a waste or let this or just bullshit practice
Hmm.
or bullshit the weight rooms, film, all this stuff like that. At the end of the day, I know football is a season by season thing. That's how you grade yourself. How good I did this season. How would I do the next season? All this stuff like
Right.
that. But in reality, you just want to become a better football player in general.
Yeah.
I
And it's
guess.
just
Go
my
ahead.
fault, but like it's funny how um you find yourself in situations where you're upset with your playing time and you mad you're not doing what you want to do on the field, and then you magically out of nowhere get that opportunity you've been waiting for and you're not ready for it and you're not prepared
Mm.
for it because you spent all that time whining and complaining instead of attacking the process like you might play. I found myself in situations like that all the time, like especially when I was younger, and it kind of taught me lessons into where I'm at now. But it's just like the idea of just being ready when your number is called. Like you said, attacking each day like you are going to play tomorrow, because at the end of the day, like it's not hurting you to prepare like a starter. Even if you don't start, is it hurting you at all? It's only making you better. It's only improving you. So, yeah, that's just kind of some advice to younger athletes that might be struggling and dealing with not being able to start or not seeing the playing time that they want. Like, I'm telling you, work is eventually going to show, and if you keep chopping at the tree, it's going to fall down eventually. So, yeah, just make sure that you on your P's and Q's at all time and just focusing on your craft and trying to take yourself to the level that you want to be.
Yo, Cam, kind of give a person who never played football, right? Or say they never like actually suit up in a game or never played football. Can you help the audience understand like the mental and physical difficulty of
Mhm.
like in season, what it was like for a student athlete or just an athlete in general in season,
Mhm.
like how disciplined you got to be, all these like you can
Yeah, yeah,
explain the mental and physical difficulty of how hard it really is. So I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of fans just think we just go out there and just play on Saturday and then.
yeah. Man, I wish it was like that. I wish it was like Little League, bro. We rolled out of bed on Saturday and just went to go play. But
Right, like
uh,
football games a side quest. I was like, I was playing outside. All right, time to go to football. Go play football. Come back home. Go play again. But go
no,
ahead.
that's a good point to talk about and to hit on. Just because, yeah, like you said, fans don't really understand it. They don't have a real great grasp of the things that we have to go through mentally, physically, emotionally as well. Because I think another thing that people don't get is college football practices are not easy. It's not like high school where you kind of just are walking through, like you're not really touching or tagging. Like, like in season, like we're still thudding, we're still hitting each other. Like
For
that's
real.
just yeah, that's just
Even,
kind of how it
even
goes.
when you in team going against the scout team, the
Yeah,
scout team still these ain't just like little JV
yeah,
12-year-olds. They
exactly.
you if you had on your P's and Q's, they hit your ass. Hey,
No, for
everybody
real.
know, bro. Sometimes they put a blitz pickup and little
Because
dude go.
they are,
I'm
like you
saying,
said, they already mad. They ain't playing, man. So they trying to show they move. They trying to show what they got. So
yeah,
just in that terms, you'll have a game on Saturday where you play 30 to 40 snaps against obviously a an opponent, that's tackling you, hitting you, and then you're right back Monday, right back at it, getting into practice. So yeah, we're practicing 3, 4 times a week. We might have a walkthrough on that Thursday, but that's why you got to take care of your body and you got to just be in tune with your body and make sure that everything is checked off and you're on top of your stuff because that's the physical aspect of it. Like that's a long season. You take a lot of hits, especially as a running back. Like as a running back, we're probably getting hit every single play, if not yeah, we're probably getting hit every single play. Whether that's biscuit cup, whether that's running the ball, like passing. The mental aspect is another one that you kind of just had to be in tune with and on top of, man. Because once you get to college, you kind of have a new set of plays or like a new script each and every week. You know what I mean? It's not the same plays that you ran last week because obviously all of that stuff is on film now. So it's little tweaks and little changes that they are making in the offensive scheme that you have to stay on top of. You got to make sure that you're knowing. Then you also got to study your opponent all week, film sessions, and understanding who you're going to be playing against and who you're going against. And then on top of that, you also got school that you got to worry about. Everybody knows, I mean, you got to do it. You got to stay eligible to play. So just staying on top of everything in terms of that is difficult, but definitely have to manage your time wisely, making sure that you're just on top of everything. And I'm really big on kind of just like making lists, if that makes sense, of things that I want to get done during the day and things that I want to make sure that I'm on top of. And I'm also in the middle of the season now. So I kind of got a set routine of how I go about things, how I watch my film, how I take care of my body, how I handle my schoolwork and everything like that. And then just the emotional part, like it's just a lot to it. Like you we've talked about, like you have good games, you have bad games. So it kind of takes you on that emotional roller coaster of being up and being down. You have wins, you have losses. So just staying, leveled and making sure that I think, yeah, just being leveled is the biggest thing. You're going to have ups and downs in football. You got to take your wins with your losses. It's the biggest thing. And just making sure that you're mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for each week, man, because it's a long season. We're college students. There's distractions and there's things,
yeah.
pulling you every which way, man. So just make sure that you're centered and make sure that are staying solid. That was long. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah,
That
I
was, that
mean,
was really long.
hey, you spitting, bro. Like you really giving it the real, like the uncut,
Yeah, yeah.
like, cause cause I sometimes not, I think about this, this stuff that I think about, like the difficulty, just physically and mentally, and it's not so much like, I mean, yes, it is hard, it is like taxing on the body, but I think for me, what makes it so difficult is just the consistency that you have to bring it. If you want to
Yeah. That's
be, if you want
the
to be like, if you want to be, if you
That's the
strive to be a 1% player, the difficulty in being consistent with what you got to bring every day, bro. Because like
Mhm.
it starts with everything, even from your sleep to your morning routine
Yeah.
to managing your time to when you're watching film. Like watching film, I'm sorry, it ain't. We're not watching the TV cut on listening to Gus Johnson talking. We watching film. All 22, no sound, no nothing. You have to be literally locked in
Yeah.
for an hour, whatever, however long you want to watch film, and
Yeah.
take notes and really study and watch out there and replay plays and keep doing that. And and seeing these looks. and all
Mm,
that. Then you got to go to practice, and like you said, the mental side of the script that you got to know. Even going into practice, you want to know all the plays before practice because I don't want to mess
right,
up. I don't want to have no MAs to practice. I don't want
right,
to have coach second guessing anything about me and my ability going to this game.
100%.
Because I've seen guys where they don't have a good practice week, they're not getting the reps they thought they were going to get.
Right,
So
100%.
knowing the plays, knowing the script, and then when you get out there, you're in college. The scout team guys, they're not just going to lay over and just let you just block them, run over them. They
Mm,
they have to get good look because their
right,
coaches on their ass. Yo,
exactly.
give it a look, give it a look.
Right,
So they're gonna give you a look, and they're gonna simulate a lot of things that you're watching on film. And some of the
yeah,
stuff it might be new, some of the stuff you might have seen, and all that. And then on top of that, you got to take care of your body. You got to stay in shape. You got to work out. You got to practice hard. And it's like the same thing every day, though. It's just it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
yeah,
Thursday, Friday. Get the game day. Then you deal with the emotional roller coaster. Do you have a good game? Do you have a bad game? All
right.
right, boom. Now how to respond to that the next week? Then you
Mm,
do it again, do it again, do it again.
yeah.
And
And
then,
it's and another point I want to talk about is just like time is just it's of the
that's what I'm
essence
saying.
of college football, bro. Like you don't have any time. Like I don't. Maybe it's because I want to be very good at my sport and I want to be on top of my game and one of those one percenters. But like I just
Yeah,
don't have any time to do anything. Like it feels
bro.
like every minute of every day, like I have to be doing something. You know what I mean? Whether that's in a training room, whether that's like you said, watching film, whether that's doing homework, time management has to be one of your strongest points, bro, and just making sure that like I said, just checking off every box. You know what I mean? Having a solid routine that you can stick to, man. Because if you can't be consistent off the field, you cannot be consistent on the field.
Yeah,
It just doesn't work like that.
yeah.
It
And then
doesn't. Like I don't know anybody who can just be lackadaisical in their process throughout the week and then just show up on game day and make plays. Maybe like your five stars. I don't know,
yeah,
but
but even then, it's still some level of intensity and focus still from that. That's probably just brought out by the coaches. But
yeah,
like, yeah, and then on top of that, you're going through the school year and you have classes, you have finals, you have midterms, things that you actually have to study for. You have to
yeah,
even put time for that into your time of film, into your time of doing other things. And even like for me right now, and for us, we got desires going on. So I got to
yeah.
make time for that. I got to make time for football. I got to make time for academics and everything. And to the point, like, yeah, like we don't. I mean, like, I don't even like watch football on Sunday. I don't get to watch the NFL. I don't know who won. I don't know who played. I
Look,
know
bro,
I know the Cowboys getting whooped because I walked in
that's
and my roommates was watching that. But like
that's
all
so
day,
real.
I've been busy.
That's so
I'm in this. I had workouts today. I was in the sauna after the workouts. I'm in film with the coach watching film. I gotta eat.
real.
I'm knocking some workout from this week. You know what I'm saying? So make sure I'm good for this week. Got all my homework. All that stuff is all, and that's all that I've been doing today. And then I'm on the podcast right now. Shooting content for
Mm.
Desireless.
Yeah, man, don't stop, man. But that it feels good, you know what I mean? It feels good to be busy. It feels good to have stuff to do. I was just letting you know that you're moving towards something of substance. You're moving towards something that is on track with your purpose, you know. And idle time, like the devil lives in idle time. I think that's a quote. Is that a quote?
Sound like it because
I like it
you
though.
ain't just
Hey,
come
if
out.
it ain't,
You
if
ain't
it
just come
ain't,
up without the dome.
oh, bro, I just came up with that. But if it ain't, then I want people, citing their sources. But yeah, like it's like when you have all that time, man, it's like you waste it. It's just you twiddle your thumbs and you scroll, and which I got to get better at. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes social media, I waste a little too much time on social media. I'm not even gonna lie, but um, I ain't gonna lie. Last week, I knew I couldn't do it, so I just deleted Instagram for the week.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but that's why you have to just be in tune with yourself and know yourself and be like, okay, like I know that I have a busy week, so because we had a short week last week, we played on Friday, so I'm like, yeah, I know I don't have time to even take a piss. You know what I mean? So I need to be on my P's and Q's. I deleted Instagram for the week and was able to, have a solid productive week and get things done. So yeah, just be in tune with yourself, know yourself, man. Sometimes you gotta you better than anybody else. So if you have certain vices that pull you away from your purpose and pull you away from doing what you need to do, man, cut it off. Cut it off.
Hey, nah, they say your boy had a bad game last night.
My boy.
Boy, Ashton Genty had a bad game last night. That's what
He
fans will say.
went for 185.
He went for 217.
Yeah,
They said he averaged seven yards to carry. Uh, so that's why they said it was down because it wasn't the 11 or 10 he was averaging.
it's pitiful. What is he doing? Tell him to lock in.
Bro, I don't think people understand, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna say it. What he's doing is not normal, bro. It's not, yo, bro. He's making college football, grown men,
Yeah.
Division 1. These are the best athletes, some of the best athletes in America, making him look like Pee Wee, like he's the kid who grew up before everybody else, hit puberty for everybody. Like, bro, was he at 1,200, 1,300 yards in 6 games?
Yeah, it's insane, bro. I haven't seen nothing like this in my lifetime, and I've
And it's
seen
been
some
great
like,
backs. It's been
yeah, I've seen some
Saquon, it's
really
been
great
Zeke,
backs.
it's
Zeke,
been
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor. It's been a lot of great backs in college football. But this is something different, bro.
Yeah, and like I'm watching the film, and it's like he's not just running through these wide open holes. Like guys just seem to be bouncing off of him. His contact balance is insane. His vision is insane. And his breakaway speed. Like bro has breakaway speed.
They do
That
underratedly fast, bro. Like what?
yeah,
Like
he's underratedly fast, and I think he's like 210, which is like
yeah, he's like a
pretty,
solid. He's like solid
yeah,
rocket muscle.
that's
Yeah,
a pretty
no,
big
bro, like
back. So kudos to him, man. He my Heisman front runner, man.
I'm saying,
To do
respect to the
that.
running backs,
Like
bro. Like
people don't understand how hard putting up those type of yards as a running back really is.
right, he he's anytime you're in a conversation with Barry Sanders, bro. Anything football, you doing something right, bro.
Yeah,
Because
all
like
right.
it's 1,200, 1,300 yards, 6 games. He's making
How
college.
old is he again? He's a junior or a
He's
senior?
20 years old, bro. He's like a junior, 20 years
Jeez,
old.
Louis.
And he's making college football look easy. Like he makes it look easy when it's not.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, bro, you out there, it's not. Even though I'm at Division 2 and I'm not playing the way and it's not as easy as you think it is. You know, like it's not easy.
it's not
They
easy
trying
at
to
all.
hit you. They trying to take your head off. He's running through it. It is making me mad. It's a little, I'm like, bro, I'm like, I gotta run like Genty, bro. I gotta do like, what is he doing that I'm
Yeah,
not? Like, what is he? You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's crazy though, bro. It's like I say, he's talented, bro. Hopefully, like I say, he finished through win Heisman and he
mm,
get deservingly go lottery. You
yeah,
know, top five, top 10, top five pick.
yeah. He's definitely a top 10 pick in my eyes. I
Yeah,
don't care what they say about the running back position.
bro. Nah,
Guys like that, you know
just
what I
don't
mean?
find you. Like he just like you just don't. There's
Yeah,
not. He might be a top five running back. Just period in football, in NFL, and college.
right
Right
now
now,
it's a big.
you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, that's how crazy he's having, bro. But you watch that Ohio State Oregon game?
Yeah, the Ohio State Oregon game. I watched the tail end of that game. Caught me off guard a little bit. I really thought Ohio State was just gonna sit on them and just try to pound them. Oregon, they showed up, man. I guess they realized that they're a Big Ten team, man. And, they took care of business and pulled away. But yeah, good game overall. What you think about it?
Yo, like I said, it was a good game. A lot of talent on the field, bro. A lot of crazy stuff. You got Trayshawn Holden spitting the one dude, number one, spitting his face. He got kicked out the game. Like, oh snap. Like, you don't realize, bro, they got cameras everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
They got cameras of you when you get water. Like, you can't
yeah.
do nothing.
What are you
Like,
doing in
you
that
can't do
situation if a guy spits in your face mid game? I know you not the most like crash out type dude. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Nah, but some stuff like that
That's
though, I would get mad
different.
at them. Like it's like I always tell people I'm so relaxed, even on the game, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm chilling nonchalant unless somebody do something that make me mad. And
yeah,
when they do, and I know when to turn it up. And
yeah.
like, all right, bro. Like obviously in that moment, I mean, one did a great job because he didn't retaliate back. I
Mm-hmm.
know I don't know how to say his last name. Ewood.
Big ball? I don't know.
It's something, bro, but I don't know how to say his last name. But he didn't react or nothing. You know, he got that 15-yard penalty. So that was big. That was big for for them in the short term. But like, yo, I mean, Ohio State they can't get the ball up as many times as they did. You know, they Oregon had major turnovers, played well.
Yeah,
And then Ohio State was trying to run the ball, with their duo and everything. But I know Travion had a big play. He had a big play, but
Yeah,
outside of those two big plays, they were pretty decent against the run, and they were able to move the ball on their defense,
yeah.
on Ohio State's defense.
I think they Oregon's back had like 120, a really good game.
No, it was a good game, bro. And it's just like both teams are going to be in the playoffs. They're going to meet again. They're going to meet again, Big Ten championship. They're going to meet again in the playoffs. Those two
100%.
teams, like you got. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, just like he could be the first. He could then be the first receiver taken off the board this year. Like when you watching him and you see a dude that big running that fast with that type of like he's big. Like I didn't know he was that big. Paul. Like I didn't know he was that like size. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like, bro, he's big. He's fast. He has hands. Ohio State's loaded. Oregon's loaded. Texas
they
is
both
loaded.
they all spent a lot of money this offseason.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So
They all spend bread like to build their team up, bro. Like it's this playoff's gonna be interesting, bro. Like it's could you imagine like you got all these teams, you got Texas, you got Ohio State, you got
yeah,
Oregon, you know what I'm saying? You got who else? Who else is in the mix? You still got Georgia, you still got Bama, you
yeah,
still got mess around, Boise State might get in. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like freaking you can imagine like a Boise State getting in the last slot and they play like the number one Texas. Like
Hmm. Right.
Ashton Jinty versus Texas type shit. Like that'd do crazy ratings. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be a crazy season. Like
I
crazy
guess the
playoffs.
the goal was to with this college football playoffs and all of this stuff is to even the playing fields. And
Mhm.
it seems as if things are starting to even out a little bit. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
definitely,
Like
bro.
it's
Like
no
it's a lot of good. It's not just two. Back then it was Bama, maybe Ohio
Clemson,
State, baby
Clemson, Ohio
Clemson,
State.
Clemson, Ohio State. It will alternate. Bama was always the top dog. They'll alternate. It'll be a Clemson year. It'll be Ohio State's year. It'll be who
A
else?
random Oregon year.
Random Oregon year. Georgia might sprinkle in here. They might scare a
Yeah.
little bit. But now, bro, everybody got dogs, bro. Like
Yep.
everybody got dogs. I mean, like it's you even saw this year. You see like MAC schools beating group of four. I mean,
Yeah.
not group of four, power four schools. Now that's weird to say.
Northern Illinois is beating Notre Dame,
Notre Dame, you know what I'm saying? Bowling Green almost beating Penn State
Right.
at Penn State. Like
Yeah.
that stuff wasn't happening
Yeah.
5, 6 years ago.
That's just what I guess what this transfer portal NIL is doing to college football, which I guess is making it more interesting, more entertaining for fans, better for players. So, I mean, I respect it. I like it.
And
I'm
also, hold
hood.
on, before we end the pod, man. Look, bro, I'm giving you guys sneak peek, man, at the desireless essential tea, bro.
Let's
One
see.
of one. You know what I'm saying? Dropping soon, November 15th. Put on your calendars. Be on the lookout. The Silas Essential Tea, man. Look how it fit, man. Like it fits great. It fits great. It looks good. I want to stand up and show you guys. It look, hold on, let me fix this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is swaggy, bro. Like you can wear this everywhere, literally everywhere. You
Yeah,
go
limited.
go to the dinner with your girl, you can wear this. You go to a function, you can wear this. You about to go get some work in, you can wear this. About to go to your mama birthday party. You could wear this. About to go to prom. So I'm just playing. You can't wear the prom. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, be on the lookout. It's coming. Another episode of Desireless Discussion. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. We want to bring more content in the future. We want to be better. We want to keep elevated. And you're going to elevate too by watching this. And we're going to elevate together because I'm going to see you watching it. And I'm going to be like, yo, I got to stand on business. And Cam got to stand on business too. And we're
I
going to
know that's
elevate. And then we're going to bring a new level. And then you're going to watch it again. And you're going to up us. And we're going to up you. And then you're going to keep elevating. That's what it's all about. So stay focused, stay disciplined, and desire less. Bless you.
appreciate you.
It's your co host, KJ Howard and Cam Porter. And we'll see you later.